Hey everyone! Today I'm diving into a story that's been making headlines and raising serious questions about systemic failures in our institutions. We're talking about the tragic mass shooting in Lewiston, Maine, and the report that's shaking things up in the Army, law enforcement, and hospital systems. An independent commission recently unveiled a report that exposes some glaring gaps in communication and procedure. The focus? Robert Card, an Army reservist who carried out a devastating shooting in Lewiston. Now, while Card is ultimately responsible for his actions, this report sheds light on some missed opportunities that, if handled differently, might have changed the outcome. Let's start with law enforcement. The report criticizes a sheriff's office sergeant who conducted a welfare check on Card weeks before the shooting. He didn't invoke Maine's yellow flag law, which allows for firearm confiscation in cases of potential threats. Why? Because Card didn't answer his door. This simple refusal exposed potential flaws in the law, sparking calls for legislative changes to strengthen its application. But it doesn't stop there. The commission faced bureaucratic delays in getting information from the Army, which hindered their investigation. This delay emphasized the need for better communication channels between civilian authorities and the military. Imagine if those channels were streamlined. It could mean the difference between intervention and tragedy. Following the shooting, Maine's Governor Janet Mills signed a bill to bolster the yellow flag law. This new amendment aims to provide a clearer legal pathway for law enforcement to intervene when someone poses a threat. It's a step in the right direction, but the scrutiny also fell heavily on the military. Card had been an Army reservist for 2 decades. His family had raised concerns about his mental health and access to guns, but those concerns went unanswered. An internal report revealed that Card's unit failed to follow procedures after a previous incident involving him. This lack of communication and follow-through within the military system is alarming. The military's investigation also pointed out gaps in communication between the Army and the civilian hospital where Card received psychiatric care. This lack of information sharing prevented a comprehensive understanding of Card's mental state and the potential risk he posed. It's clear that improved communication protocols are desperately needed to ensure critical information doesn't slip through the cracks. Now here's where it gets even more complex. Despite identifying multiple missed opportunities, the military investigator concluded that even with flawless execution, the tragic events might not have been prevented. This shifted some responsibility back onto the local sheriff's office, creating conflicting narratives about accountability. Lawyers representing the victims' families are not satisfied. They're calling for a broader investigation by the Department of Defense Inspector General. Attorney Ben Gideon stressed the need for accountability, highlighting the systemic failures that contributed to the tragedy. He pointed out the lack of adequate treatment for Card's severe and persistent paranoia delusions. Card's family acknowledged his struggles with mental health, but couldn't provide a definitive motive for the massacre. This lack of clarity underscores the complexities of such tragic events and the challenges in understanding what drives individuals to such extreme acts. So what do we take away from all this? The Commission's report highlights systemic failures, but it also acknowledges the limitations in fully comprehending the motivations behind these acts. It's a sobering reminder that there's still much work to be done to prevent future tragedies. That's it for today's deep dive. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more updates. Stay safe out there, everyone. Thanks for watching.